Hi students and parents, this is Miss Hines, and I'm going to be teaching the Calculus 1 dual enrollment class from the community college. I wanted to briefly share with you my syllabus. Most of the syllabus is information from the community college. Some of the information I was able to share with you about myself. So first of all, the office hours listed here, these are the hours or the times that students can come get help. Students will be in my class from Monday through Thursday, starting at 8 o'clock. The community college requires that it ends briefly around 9:10, but because we're still in class, the rest of the class period will be time for students to work. For that reason, on Fridays, first period, that will be considered one of the days of office hours. Students do not have to come to school on Friday first period, but if they would like some extra help, I will be available in my classroom during that time. I'll also be available during Smart Lunch on Monday and Thursday, and other days as available. I'm available in the afternoons as well, till about 4 o'clock. Just if students will let me know, or you will let me know when students need to get some extra help, I can work that out. You can use my Caldwell County Schools email or my community college email, and I can get in touch with you that way. Students will need a calculator. It's either a TI-83 or a TI-84. I do have enough in the classroom for students to use in the classroom, but for homework, students will not be allowed to take these home, so they do need a calculator. The textbook is listed there, and students do need the textbook. Through the community college, there is a hardback edition available and a loose leaf edition available. I have looked online at Amazon and at Chegg, C-H-E-G-G. Both of those are different places where you can order textbooks or rent textbooks. This particular textbook is available for Calculus 1 and Calculus 2. If your student is taking Calculus 2, they will also use the same textbook. The first unit will not be with the textbook. That will give everyone time to make sure that they get one and that fits their budget. So if students will let me know, I'll be glad to help, and we can look for those textbooks as well. Next part of the syllabus is the attendance. Students who miss more than 10 days of class will receive an F for the community college. You need to know that 3 tardies will count as an absence. If a student misses between 8 and 10 days, the student must make a B on the exam to get credit for the course. That is a South Caldwell County Schools rule. Basically, the attendance is very, very important. If a student misses a day, they are behind and will have some material to catch up on. And calculus is very difficult, and with not being in school, they do have lots of things to catch up on, and it's difficult, so they need to be here. More than 10 days is not acceptable. Field trips, if there is a field trip at South Caldwell, that does count as an absence as well, so I'm just letting you know that so that as you plan field trips and those kinds of things, you are aware. The next part is the student learning outcomes, and these are just the basic kind of ideas that we'll be covering in this class. Alright, the next part is the assignments and course sequence. This is the first time that I have taught this particular class through the community college. I have been teaching AP Calculus for several years, but switching gears to the community college, there are some differences in the fact that the book is a little different. I have laid out what is expected. We're going to be doing chapters 1 through 5. And this is what I anticipate for the number of days. There's a test about every 2 weeks, and then there'll be a review and exam at the very end of the course. The exam will be the last day of the course as directed by the community college, and the exam will count as 20% of the grade as directed by Caldwell County Schools. This particular class is a flipped classroom, and students will be required to watch a video at home. During that video, students will get teaching on the new material. Most of the videos are videos that I have made and I'm teaching. There are notes for them to take and also problems for them to try to see how well they understand what the video is going on. When they come to school the next day, we'll do activities and assignments together, and that will prevent students from going home trying a bunch of concepts, material, and not being able to do it. At school, I'll be there to help them, and the assignments that they'll have at home in addition to the video will be assignments that they've already tried, so they won't be stuck and not being able to do it. Here's the grading system for the course. Tests will count 60% of the grade, and those are unit tests. Daily grades will include your homework, your quizzes, and your notebook. We will be keeping a notebook, and we'll have some quizzes every so often, and I will check your homework when I check your notebook. Briefly, it'll be every unit or every 2 units, something like that. Each 9 weeks will count as 40% of the grade, and the final exam will count as 20% of the grade. We are on a 10-point scale. And the rest of the syllabus are things from the community college. There's resources available as far as tutoring. I do hope that students will come to me first before they reach out to the community college, though, because I can help. And then there's disability services available. Here's the equality of opportunity. This is a reminder for students to be sure to check out their handbook, and there are rules and procedures along with that. And last is an information about financial aid. Students will also be getting a paper like this. This is just so that they can use the calculator in my class. I'd like for them to sign it either way, whether they plan to use their own calculator or plan to use mine. Basically, if they happen to leave one at home and they need to use mine, it just allows them to do that. Please that they circle whether they're going to use mine, rent one, or use their own. If they rent a calculator, the calculator is a TI-83, and there are a few functions that are a little different, but that is available, and if you're interested, please let me know. The left side of this paper should be filled out already. This is what we filled out in class today about students' goals and information. I do ask that you fill out the other part on the right and let me know anything that you need to, that I need to be aware of. And check this, that you watch the video that we're currently listening to. There is an extra credit assignment for students that they can share with you, and you can just let me know if you have any other questions. I'm available anytime. Thank you.